Your neighbors. After the storm. Friend or foe? Imagine this. A hurricane rips through your town. Power is out. Stores are empty. People are desperate. The once bustling streets are now eerily quiet, save for the occasional sound of someone scavenging for essentials. Your neighbor, normally friendly, knocks on your door. He's out of food. He's desperate. He knows you prepare. His eyes plead for help, and you can see the fear etched on his face. Will you open your door? The decision weighs heavily on your mind. You know that once you open that door, there's no turning back. Will you share your precious supplies? The food and water you've meticulously stored for such an emergency? The supplies that could mean the difference between survival and despair for your own family? This scenario isn't just a fictional thriller, it's a potential reality for preppers. The line between friend and foe blurs in times of crisis. It's a potential reality for preppers. Your stockpile, once a source of comfort, now feels like a target. The very thing that was supposed to keep you safe now puts you at risk. In a crisis, your stockpile becomes a lifeline, not just for you, but for others who didn't prepare. The moral dilemma of sharing versus self-preservation becomes all too real. How do you protect your supplies? Do you hide them away, hoping no one will find out? Or do you risk sharing, knowing it might not be enough for everyone? How do you handle the pressure of desperate requests, the emotional toll of turning away someone in need, or the fear of running out if you help too many? This essay will equip you with the knowledge and strategies to navigate these difficult situations. From practical tips on securing your supplies to ethical considerations of sharing, we'll explore how to balance compassion with survival. Because in the end, surviving a disaster isn't just about having enough supplies, it's about making tough decisions, building trust, and finding ways to support each other in the face of adversity. Together, we can turn a crisis into an opportunity for unity and resilience. So, are your neighbors friend or foe? The answer might surprise you. Desperation's grip, how crisis changes behavior. Crisis changes people. It alters their behavior in profound and often unpredictable ways. When faced with a crisis, the human psyche undergoes a transformation, driven by the need to survive and protect loved ones. The comfortable routines of daily life vanish. The familiar patterns that once provided a sense of security and normalcy are disrupted. Streets that were once bustling with activity become eerily quiet, businesses close their doors, and the world as we know it seems to come to a standstill. Fear and uncertainty take hold. The unknown looms large and people are gripped by anxiety. The future becomes a question mark, and every decision feels fraught with potential danger. This pervasive sense of dread can lead to heightened stress and emotional turmoil. Basic needs like food, water, and shelter become paramount. In times of crisis, the focus shifts to survival. People prioritize securing essential resources, often going to great lengths to ensure they have enough to sustain themselves and their families. The struggle for these necessities can become all-consuming. This desperation can drive people to act in ways they never thought possible. Rational thought can give way to impulsive actions. The pressure of the situation can lead to conflicts and confrontations as individuals compete for limited resources. Remember the panic buying at the start of the pandemic? Empty shelves, fights over toilet paper, and long lines at grocery stores became the norm. People hoarded supplies, fearing shortages and the unknown duration of the crisis, and price gouging became commonplace. The fear of scarcity drove prices up and some took advantage of the situation to profit. This behavior, while seemingly irrational, was a response to the overwhelming fear and uncertainty. These behaviors weren't driven by logic. They were reactions to a perceived threat, a primal instinct to ensure survival at any cost. The mind, under stress, can make decisions that seem illogical in hindsight, but are driven by the immediate need to feel safe. They were fueled by fear, the primal instinct to survive. This fear can override rational thinking, leading to actions that prioritize immediate safety over long-term consequences. It's a natural response to an unnatural situation. Understanding this psychological shift is crucial for preppers. By recognizing the patterns of behavior that emerge during a crisis, they can better prepare and respond. Knowledge of these tendencies allows for more effective planning and resource management. It's not about judging others, it's about understanding the human condition and the ways in which stress and fear can alter behavior. Empathy and observation are key to navigating these challenging times. It's about anticipating their actions and protecting yourself and your supplies. By staying informed and prepared, you can mitigate the impact of a crisis on your life and ensure that you and your loved ones remain safe and secure. Friend in need or master manipulator? Discerning genuine need from manipulation is paramount in a crisis. Some people will genuinely need your help. Others might try to take advantage of your generosity. Learning to differentiate between the two is crucial. Look beyond the surface. Someone claiming to be starving might have a pantry full of food back home. Evaluate their situation. Ask questions. Have they tried other avenues for help? Are they offering something in return for your assistance? Trust your gut instinct. If something feels off, it probably is. Holding the line. Saying no without saying goodbye. Saying no is never easy. It's even harder when someone is desperate. But protecting your stockpile often means making tough decisions. You can't help everyone. And sometimes helping someone can put your own survival at risk. Be firm, but compassionate. Explain that you've prepared for your family's needs. Offer alternative solutions. Perhaps you can point them towards community resources, or offer to teach them some basic survival skills. Remember, saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a responsible prepper. Fortress of food, securing your stockpile. Your stockpile is your lifeline in a crisis. Protecting it from theft, pests, and the elements is essential. This requires a multi-pronged approach, combining physical security measures with smart management practices. Start with the basics. Invest in sturdy locks for your doors and windows. Consider a home security system. Store your supplies in a secure, hidden location. Don't advertise your prepper status. The less people know, the better. Padlocks and plans, more than just supplies. Securing your stockpile goes beyond physical barriers. It's about having a plan and being prepared for any eventuality. Inventory your supplies regularly. Rotate your stock to prevent spoilage. Have a system for distributing food and resources within your family or group. Practice your emergency plan. Knowing how to react in a crisis will minimize panic and help you maintain control of the situation. Resilience, your ultimate survival tool. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the mental and emotional strength to face challenges head-on. In a crisis, resilience is just as important as food and water. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop over time. It's about having a positive attitude, even when things are tough. It's about learning from your mistakes and adapting to new situations. Skills for the long haul. Learning never stops. Survival skills are essential for preppers, but learning shouldn't stop there. The more skills you have, the more adaptable and resilient you become. Learn basic first aid. Know how to start a fire without matches. Practice growing your own food. Study edible plants in your area. The more self-reliant you are, the better your chances of survival. Mental fortitude. Weathering the storm within. Crises are stressful. Fear, anxiety, and uncertainty can take a toll on your mental health. Preparing for a crisis means preparing your mind as well as your body. Develop coping mechanisms for stress. Meditation, deep breathing exercises, and spending time in nature can help. Build a strong support network. Talk to friends, family, or a therapist about your fears and concerns. The Prepared Prepper, a recap. In this section we have delved into the essentials of being a prepared prepper. From gathering the right gear to organizing your supplies efficiently, every step is crucial. Remember, preparation is not just about having the right tools, but also about having the right mindset. Protecting your stockpile in a crisis is about more than just locks and fences. It's about creating a secure environment where your resources are safe from both external threats and internal chaos. Think of your storage as a fortress that needs to be impenetrable. It's about understanding human behavior, setting boundaries, and being prepared for the unexpected. Remember these key takeaways. Always have a plan and a backup plan. Discuss strategies with your family or group to ensure everyone is on the same page. Communication and coordination are vital. Desperation can drive people to act in unpredictable ways. Discernment is key. In times of crisis, people may become desperate and unpredictable. It's important to stay calm and think clearly. Assess situations carefully, and make decisions based on logic, not fear. Learn to differentiate genuine need from manipulation. Saying no is okay. Not everyone who asks for help has good intentions. Be cautious and trust your instincts. It's okay to refuse requests if it means protecting your resources and your loved ones. Protect your resources and prioritize your family's safety. Your family's safety should always come first. Make sure everyone knows the emergency plan and their roles. Regularly check and update your supplies to ensure everything is in working order. Secure your stockpile with physical barriers and smart management practices. Resilience is your superpower. Use technology to your advantage by installing security cameras and alarms. Keep an inventory list and regularly update it to track your supplies. Cultivate mental and emotional strength. Never stop learning. Mental and emotional resilience are just as important as physical preparedness. Practice stress relief techniques like meditation and stay informed by reading survival guides. Continuously improve your skills. The more skills you have, the better prepared you'll be. Skills like first aid, fire starting, and navigation can be life-saving. The more you know, the more self-reliant you become. Keep practicing and expanding your skill set to be ready for any situation. Stay vigilant, stay ready. The future awaits. The future is uncertain. Crises can happen anytime, anywhere. But with the right mindset and preparation, you can face them head-on. Stay vigilant. Be aware of potential threats in your area. Stay informed. Keep learning and refining your skills, and most importantly, stay ready. The time to prepare is now, before disaster strikes.